Good morning. I've had a couple of emails, and I usually get these at the beginning of the semester of students explaining that they are experiencing a lot of anxiety before they take the test, and it usually comes in the way of an apology. I apologize, I didn't do very well. I was feeling very anxious. And this is a good thing to keep in mind. It's perfectly normal. A lot of people, most students feel a degree of anxiety or stress before taking an exam. It's perfectly normal. So there's three things I want to kind of go over to keep in mind. One, recognize that you feel stress. The stress can be a bad thing. It can be a crippling kind of energy that um, causes you to forget things that you already know, gets you confused and whatnot. That if you don't recognize it. The other thing to recognize about test anxiety is it's simply an energy allowing you to understand that your body and your mind care about what you are doing, right? So basically saying, this matters, this matters. This exercise I'm doing, this exam I'm doing, this paper that I'm writing, this essay that I'm writing, it matters. So recognize that and try to change the relationship of the anxiety of going, oh, I just think this matters. My time matters. The work I put into this matters, and that somewhat helps if you just can kind of um, rearrange the relationship from oh my gosh I'm going to fail this test to oh my heart's racing a little bit, my palms are sweating, my mind's kind of racing a little, only because I care about what I'm doing. All right, so if you could do that, um, that can be quite helpful. The other thing you do want to do is ask yourself a question. Did I prepare? And the great thing about this is however you answer this, the however you ask this, the answer is always the same. So if it's no, then you have nothing to worry about because you're not going to do well. You already know the answer. I didn't prepare. I'm not going to do well. All right. The if the answer is yes, then okay, I prepared. Here's my notes. They're organized. I went through the lectures. I read through the notes. Went through the hyperlinks. I practiced writing the essays. I made flashcards. I've been drilling myself on the learning objectives. I know to include all of the learning objectives in response to the essay question, right? So you've noticed that there is an essay prompt at the top of each lecture, and underneath are the learning objectives. As long as you are responding um, with 1 to maybe 3 paragraphs per learning objective, you have the basis of a 5 to 8 paragraph essay. And if you practice that, and it's right there in front of you, and the answer is yes, I prepare, then you can mitigate the level of stress you're feeling because you have all of the test bank with the study guide. There will be no surprises. So you can calm down a little bit. The third thing is 10 deep breaths before you click begin. So have all of your notes laid out, right, ready to go. And what's helpful to do on the inhale is as you're inhaling, notice where the body's holding tension. So like if your shoulders are kind of up, on the exhale, you're okay, just let those things relax. If your face is clenched up before you're taking the test, right? Oh, nice, right? So use the inhale to recognize where the body's, clenching up, and use the exhale to the best of your ability to relax that tension. Sometimes you just can't release it all the way, but it's nice just to recognize where am I holding tension. But what will happen is your body will begin to relax after 10 deep breaths. And most important, in order for the meat in your skull to work properly, you need oxygen, right? And so you're going to oxygenate your brain, and this is what's going to allow you to think more efficiently and effectively, right? And so you won't panic as much. And then I would suggest between each question, each identification, each essay prompt, just take one breath, see where tension has come back, and just release it. And it'll keep the oxygen going, and it'll just keep you grounded. So those are the three things that I suggest doing to mitigate the level of stress you might be feeling before an exam. Other than that, email me if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.